nasty stuff open on here. Just kidding. Double stacks, I mean. Oh, this is a vibe. Did you see this? It's a celebration. That's my favorite part. It's a celebration. Thanks, baby.
You know it.
Another day. What's she doing? She's somewhere. Where's she at? Oh, she's somewhere around here. Like listeners around here. Shout out to Legis. Another day, another night, another episode. Thank you, people, for coming. I know y'all can't see it, but thank you. I appreciate it.
We're having fun today. We got a very audience, dope audience. I don't know if
It's 600 people in this room. This nigga's everywhere. I mean, there's people everywhere. God dang it.
Welcome, everybody, to Meaches and Kareem. The guy across who talks the most shit is Meach. The co-common collective one who's a little light-skinned is Kareem. We are...
You lying to you?
A little bit.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere down the line. Wait, were you joking around? Or...
No, I was dead serious. Then that could be more of why you are the cream white man. So I'm just
looking for all the cream reasons.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. He's half. I can just start saying that.
No, I'm not half. I'm definitely not half. But we're here. Meech, what's up, dude? How you feeling? We're close to Christmas. How's everything going?
I feel great, man. I hope you feel bad because you got me drinking again. So
I feel great.
But 3 weeks was fun. It lasted. Now I'm back to drinking the devil's juice because I don't see the devil's lettuce. Of course,
yeah. We've been with each other for what? How long?
We've been with each other?
I mean, this week we've been hanging out with each other a lot.
Darren, can you cut that off for me, please?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we actually have, we've been together a lot. You haven't bored me at all. Actually, I was even working out and sleeping and downstairs, and you were just upstairs. You said you're reading a book. I heard a lot of books.
I did not read one book.
I don't know what was given. I heard a lot of
I bought one. I did not read it. I've been editing our shows, actually. I'm trying to get
Time has been flying, bro.
It has. It definitely has. So today's episode is brought to you by nobody yet, because we don't have any sponsors.
Chili's.
No, absolutely not. Not brought to you by that trash. We're gonna have that talk a little
Chili's, for sure. It's my bag, baby.
Horrible. The name of this episode might be Chili's. But first thing we wanted to get into was dirty mackin. I want you to explain for the people at home and the audience what is dirty mackin.
Dirty mackin. There's many forms of dirty mackin. I've explained this to them earlier. Dirty mackin is like when a guy meets a girl, right? And granted, San Antonio's super small, right? So what's the chance that you run into a girl that knows a guy that you know, or you meet a girl and you're like, oh, I know so and so, keto, something lame, some guy or something,
Yeah.
So and then they ask you about that guy, like, oh, you know so and so, and the guy, instead of just being like, oh, yeah, I've heard of him, man, or he played ball here or something. They're like, oh, David, the one that didn't make his car payment? You know what I'm saying? They throw something out there, for the girl to be like, he didn't do what? I don't know. Right. I just heard he couldn't hit his car payment, but that ain't me. That's dirty macking. It's so lame that you're throwing salt on another man's name for the girl to be like, what? Can you make your car payment? Yeah, baby, I'll make all my car payment. So that's dirty macking. This is trash.
And it goes both ways, right? Like the girls can dirty mack as well.
They can, but I wasn't born a woman. I don't identify as one anymore. So, I don't know. I don't know what women do.
It definitely goes both ways. You've seen a girl dirty mac before. You've seen a girl.
Oh yeah, when they
you probably the girl. She's like,
you talking to him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or no, not even that. It could be the girl dirty macking on the other girl. I've seen. This is how I've seen. Women, y'all are funny. This is what happens. So. You could be kicking it with a girl, and the girl be like, she could have an inclination of you messing with another girl, right? And so she'll be talking to you, and then she'll just volunteer some information about her, Cheryl.
Oh yeah. I've heard a girl say so and so. The one that don't take care of her baby,
or something she's a hoe is the one. That's the one they go to. She's a hoe. She
no, the one is they don't take care of their kids.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, but I'm way above 18, so if she take care of me, I'm just terrible.
What is the solution Is there a solution?
There is no solution because sometimes you don't even know if someone's dirty macking. You have no clue till you find out later down the line that, like, you get closer with that girl or something. You're like, yeah, David had told me that you couldn't make your car payment a few years ago. You're like, what? That's crazy that you find that out that way. So sometimes you just never even. It's just a.
What's wrong with dudes?
Mm.
No man should be Jay-Z. What's the Jay-Z line? A male shouldn't be jealous. That's a female trait.
That's kind of messed up.
It is kind of messed up.
What y'all think about that? You think it's a female trait, or y'all think
Pass. That's why he's Beyonce's husband.
Ooh, speaking of, you know what? Rapid fire. I don't care right now.
Damn.
Check this out. Remember we were saying that if Beyonce can get cheated on, then
anybody can fucking get cheated on.
Y'all
Yeah,
take that shit to the grave.
that's crazy.
you take what to the grave?
No, that. Like, let it go.
I don't care. That's him that said that. I don't.
Sure.
I mean,
I
that's
don't
the
think
truth.
So I don't think of Beyonce's like she's just like Beyonce because of everything she's done. She's not
Beyonce
like.
has an aura. If Beyonce walked in San Antonio, like you would feel radiation.
Well, that's how you feel. I feel that like if Rihanna, every time she breathes, I can feel it here. Have you seen
Cheat on
Avatar?
as well?
Huh?
Wasn't she cheat on as well?
I don't know.
Was she at Rocky?
I don't
Yes,
know.
yes.
That
I think that was a rumor.
First
I
of
think that
all,
was a rumor.
first of all, and the other
They
thing,
just covered it up.
I don't know
we
the thing
don't
with Chris.
listen. We didn't everything in the past. I don't know. I'm talking about as of today and from here on out. I can feel when Rihanna breathes, like the mother tree on Avatar. I love her.
Okay, but what I'm saying is
Navy.
is she capable of being cheated on?
Not Rihanna.
Rihanna's capable of being
She's
cheated on.
not.
I think anyone is.
There is not one person.
There's not a man that knows that. No.
There's not one person in this world that is not capable of being cheated on.
Listen, you know how hard I am, and there's not Rihanna's. No one's cheating on Rihanna.
Somebody's cheating on Rihanna. Okay.
Who do you cheat on Rihanna with?
Lady doesn't
Somebody.
know the shoes.
True, maybe. Or you absolutely know as soon as you walk out of a room with Rihanna that, oh my God, there's an angel over there. So you just actually like, babe, I'm sorry. Like I don't even today I bought food, baby, and the waitress smiled at me, and I felt so bad. I just looked down. That's how I feel for Rihanna. But maybe everybody just don't feel like I do. But okay.
You know what? We should talk about the type of people who you cheat with, though. Are you cheating on a person that's more attractive, or are you cheating with the
That's
person
easy.
that's easy, that's catering to your ego? We talk about the male ego being very fragile. So it's like you could have gotten into an argument with your girl, and then it's like, here's this 7 who's over here that's over here
Seven?
boosting me
What are you
up.
saying? Because you with Rihanna.
Yeah, if you're with a fine
I'm
girl,
about to say a 7 top tier. I'm like, who are you? My bad.
I dare.
San Antonio.
Damn, y'all.
Well,
A 7.
I dare say when men cheat, they usually don't cheat up.
No,
Usually.
they don't. They don't. Unless
So
they
there
got
has to be
money.
a reason behind that. Unless they
Yes,
have
you're
money.
right.
Correct. So I think
But we don't want to dive too deep in that.
Oh, I do.
Oh man.
Or am I outing us?
Oh man.
I'm a
You gotta help
now.
me.
But
Remember, because I'm a virgin.
why? It has to be that, right? It's the struggle of the ego. It has to be.
I don't know, honestly.
Either that or some convenience.
I think it's all of it.
It might, honestly,
Yeah.
it might be convenience too. Because remember, we was talking about like I was saying how if I want to eat bad, it's because it's just convenient for me to Uber Eats, and they'll bring it to the door. Some of them will bring it to me and set it down, kiss me on the head while I'm playing the game and everything. Shout out to the Uber Eats
Is
man.
that Uber Eats VP? I ain't know.
Yeah, bro, I'm a gold star member. They like bring it in the room, kiss me, let it go, pedal it down. But yeah, I think it's convenience. Like imagine, like you said, you arguing with your girl or something. You know what I'm saying? You like, I'm going out with the boy, and some girl was like, "Let's go in the car right now."
Right.
It takes a lot of like, no.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess it could be convenience because that happens.
Okay.
I've never done anything anywhere in any car, but I know that people.
You haven't done a lot of things.
I know he's an angel.
I'm just new to this world. You know what I'm saying? I'm a new Navi. I'm a new
No,
Navi
let's
out
go,
here.
Navi.
Hey, where is the most fire place to have sex at?
If I were to have had sex, I think that it would have to be.
My bed.
I think that I would like to be an exhibitionist if that was something that I think that, like beaches and things like that wouldn't be bad, if I was into stuff like that. But like
But let me Okay, spontaneous place.
I'm talking, hold on, you can put a towel down. I'm not saying like it's dirty.
What if somebody walks out?
Oh, sand. Yeah, that's crazy. That's sand.
I'm talking about when I think these scenarios, I think perfect scenario, right? So I'm saying like you like in like Cancun or something, and you got like your sectioned off little private hut or whatnot, and you go down there at night. And like nobody can see, they're fenced off. Maybe nobody can see your little sand beach area. You put a towel down, like perfect scenario. That's what I mean. Not like
no
you are, not like Florida, and it's spring break, and you like, yo,
alligator come out.
Fuck all these college kids. Bust it open right now. Come here, me and you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to jail. I mean, like perfect scenario, or like a hotel, 60th floor, Dubai. I think that's got to be like the best. I ain't never been
on the balcony.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
That'd be fire.
That got to be fire, especially with some reinforced glass. Because imagine
that private suite. We have to like dive in the pool, and it's like no one can see anything you're doing in your private little hut thing.
Oh, you mean like in the
Bora Bora?
Oh yeah. Like the water?
Yeah. But like you have like your own
I've heard,
pool, and it's all open.
I've heard
from other sources.
That water isn't fun because it's always dry. Is what I've heard.
That water shit is trash.
In the water, but with
that in the water shit is trash.
That in the water is not for me. Is what I heard.
I heard that the water shit was trash.
The
audience agrees. Yeah, that water shit is trash. I've seen the Navi movie. I've seen the Avatar. And they was tripping.
Shower sex is like amazing.
There's still water.
It depends on what angles the shower hits.
Too. Yeah, now that I'm old, I'm like, yeah.
Also, it depends whose shower that you're having sex in. Because if it's like, no disrespect to anybody that may see this, but if it's like the showers, it's like those apartments behind walls, only half a person can fit in there. You know what I'm saying? But you have in some man's shower that got maybe a little bit of money, then y'all both can fit in there. But if you just stick a foot in there, that's not shower sex. Y'all are just in the bathroom. You just in the sink splashing water on each other. So, yes, but these are perfect scenarios, right? So perfect scenario, we're in a big shower that's got a bench in it. You know what I'm saying? But,
so do you prefer the spontaneous areas or like the comfort of a house?
I hope that we'll get in that earlier because that wife stuff. But I hope my wife is like, hey, we're on the way back from like some dinner. She's like, come on.
Pull over.
See that part? I'm like, I see that part. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that. See that Ferris wheel? I see that Ferris wheel. like that. I would hope in a perfect world, but I
don't know about public sex though. Me personally, like the thrill. I know people are like, oh, it's a thrill of being caught, but I don't think that's
not the thrill of being caught. It's just the spontaneousness of it. It's just like being caught. I don't want to go to jail for like. I don't have to register for being a sex offender because I was having sex close to a school. That's weird. That's a lot of explaining to do.
Yeah, that's wild.
But I do like the spontaneous of like, this would be bad. You like leave church and you like,
no.
What? That was a good lesson. Yeah. You look good in that church.
Oh man,
like that, man. Spontaneous like that. I just like to live life on the whim. When we go out, it's always like sitting here, and too. We be sitting here, and I'm like, it's like 11:30. I'm like, you want to go out? Like, yeah, Meach, come on. And then there you go. Now we out to 7 the next day. So, my story. Yeah, I like spontaneous stuff.
Okay, well, let's get. Unless you want to stay on that, let's get back to dirty.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm sorry. I just
what So there is no solution. Like what?
No, there's no solution to dirty macking because people are going to still do it. It takes each individual, I guess, God to not do it. But
is that worth running the fade for? Worth fighting somebody trying to be dirty macking on you?
As we get older, nothing's worth fighting over. Violence isn't the answer anymore. But when we was young, and if I was like 3 years ago, Meach, yes, I'm 100%. That's worth of the hand to the face. Just because sometimes you got to disrespect some dudes and let them know, like, not me. Because if you think about it, you see me, right? Like we was talking about that earlier. If you see me just like casually calm, I'm like, hey, David, hold this on me. And we out somewhere, and I just walk up and slap the shit out of somebody. You're like, whoa, like, this nigga's crazy. This man is crazy. Like, So you know what I'm saying? That like sometimes, yes, it might be warranted just to open hand slap, just to let them know, hey man, don't ever do that again.
I think it's worth a conversation.
I think I'd be a good gangster.
I think it's worth a conversation, but the second time it happens, then it's worth like all right, come on, bro. Like, what are you trying? Let's just fight.
You didn't give.
He didn't know. He didn't give you that same respect because he thought he would get away with it at first.
Is there an age cutoff though?
Yes, our age
Why
now.
do you think people do it?
Because it's hating. It's hating. That's all
Because
it
some
is.
men don't know how to run games, so then their only game is to put
Down
other people
somebody
down.
else to
So
boost
they're like,
themselves.
oh, let me talk about this other dude instead of being. What else they gonna talk about?
So it's a confidence issue.
Probably,
Or
or
like having insecurities.
It's I don't know if it's that deep. It's a more so I'm willing to do whatever I can to get this pussy type of thing.
Have y'all
whatever.
ever done it?
No, hell
I ain't
no.
never dirty man.
Absolutely not.
How do you overcome it? Like if it happens to you, how would you overcome that situation?
It's happened to me plenty of times. You have to address two people. You have to address the person who it was told to, the girl who was told to, and be like, it's not what I'm about. If you believe it, you believe it. If not, I'm just telling you honestly and transparently.
It also takes
If
a
you
little
believe
bit
it, you
of.
wouldn't be here.
Well, yeah, it also takes a little bit of the girl too, though. You know what I'm saying? Because if she's one of those girls just gonna run with it, then there's nothing you can do to explain yourself.
Right.
But if she like kind of want to hear your side of it, and you like, yo, look, I'll let you find out if that's what it is. Like,
Yeah.
I don't got nothing to explain to
Right.
that dude. Like,
Well, I feel like you also have to tell the party that you're romantically involved with that, like, you can, if there's anything you need to know, just ask me.
well, how deep are you explaining yourself? Like, this is just like a hookup girl. You explaining yourself? Did she tell you somebody's dirty mackin? Or if it's like a girl you really interested in going on dates and stuff?
No, it's levels. If it's just a hookup, then it's like, no, this is what it is, and if you don't believe it, it's all you.
So you still explain yourself. There's no like, you wouldn't even be like,
Well, at that point, it's like a no, a yes or no. Did you do this because such and such said you this? No, or yes, whatever the case is. But it's still, even if it is something fucked up I did, it's not such and such's job to be telling you that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
Because it's like, you could have asked me that. I would have told you yes.
I guess you're right. I was
It's
just
like
trying to
that.
get you to say you wasn't going to explain yourself to nobody. I'm setting you up.
No, I'll explain myself, yeah. To somebody I care for. If it ain't like that, I don't give a shit. Think what you want. But, no, at the same time, I think the guy, I'm just speaking from a guy's perspective, like, do you think that guys do it and don't even subconsciously know they're doing it? Like, it's just so, that's part of their MO that they just do it, or it's like, nah, my nigga, you were aware of that.
I've accidentally done it, to be honest.
Okay.
Like, somebody has asked me, like, something about someone and I didn't know, like, it was, like, public information.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, he beat up so-and-so or something like that. And they were like, he did what? I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, like, I didn't know they didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that may be tight, but never, like, intentionally, like, I heard, because that's not tight. Like, I don't like, that's like spreading rumors to me. But
Yeah.
I can say that unintentionally before I'd be like, yeah, I know him. He got 2 kids. I watch his kids. And they like, he got what? I'm like, 2 dogs I had met is what I meant. He had 2 dogs. He's got 2 dogs. So I feel like unintentionally, yes. But then again, I'm also not afraid to apologize to people. Like, we talk about humility the other, like in the male ego. Like, I'm not afraid to tell somebody like, hey, I messed up, my bad. So like, I've done that before. Like, definitely trying to backtrack. Like, hey, I did not know you didn't tell that woman you had 2 children for 3 years.
Oh, like, so it's happening, you, like, told them,
Yeah,
like, yo,
hey,
man,
yeah, like, hey, fam, I just want to let you know, I ain't never tried to throw salt in nobody's name to get in nobody's bed.
Well, that's me.
If I wasn't, I'm a virgin.
Most dudes would just do it and be like, oh, well.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, is there any way that fan can...
I had it on me the whole time.
Yeah, okay. I was like, man, I ain't feeling
I'm
it.
selfish.
Good.
You got that thick ass hoodie.
Go right over here.
This hoodie is thinner than yours.
No, it's not. This is made of paper mache.
This
Travis
is
Scott.
too. Look at you. Shameless plug.
Travis Scott, yeah.
I don't know who. This is some black designer who made this. I got his name, sorry.
Wow.
Just saying.
He could have watched this. He could have plugged that man.
No, I got his
Some black
Twitter.
designer.
I got his Twitter.
You could have tagged him.
I gotta find him. But yeah,
Okay.
I got him on there.
Hey man, I mentioned you in our podcast and told me some black designer mentioned this.
Plug him.
That's funny if his name is some black designer. Is that it?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
Is it
I gotta
really?
look. Huh?
Is it some black designer?
No, he's really a black guy.
No, it's his name.
No, his name ain't some black designer. It's a black designer.
That's what I'm asking.
Literally.
That would be very interesting.
That would be a dope name.
That's what I'm saying.
Some black designer.
Or some black podcast. Let's change it right now. Trademark. Some black podcast.
What? I want to hear the ladies talk on Dirty Mackin. I want y'all's experiences with this because I know a woman has had experience with another woman hating on her. I want to know how y'all go about it and how it happened. Can you bring the bowl over here, please, sir? If you don't mind, I appreciate you.
I really don't feel like it's happened to me, or like men don't care enough to share.
So you've never had one say like, something sly?
I
You know what I'm
think,
saying?
I think she's saying like men don't care enough to be like, hey, this guy, I was talking to this
Like,
girl.
have y'all,
and
like,
this
has a girl told
me-
y'all something and you've told the other girl?
Nah.
Yeah, see, like,
The girl
y'all
told
don't
me
care enough to
something.
tell us, so like we don't.
Yeah.
We wouldn't even know what's happening.
Yeah.
Because that gets messy. The reason we don't, I don't want to speak for all three of us in there, but the reason I don't is because it gets messy at that
It's
point.
more
It's
than
like,
three of us in here.
Yeah.
and it's like, well, I'm talking about the
The
men.
men.
The men.
Oh,
The men. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
577 women in this room.
We don't want to be messy because we know then we're in the middle of that situation.
Right.
That's why it's kind of like, I think with us, I think it's more so when we hear it, like we might do some research to find out if it's true, like from a source. Like if we have a best friend who we know ain't gonna lie to us, who's solid, we might ask him like, yo, bro, have you heard the if he says no, leave it alone. And if it's really bothering us at that point, then we'll be like, hey, what's the deal with this? But we might not reveal the source.
But what's the dirtiest macking? Like, what's the furthest someone can tell you something that's going to deter you from someone that you like? You genuinely like some woman, okay? Like what's the craziest? Okay, obviously age, right? Like if she like, hey, David, I heard that girl got HIV. Okay, but what's the worst thing someone can say to you and you be like, you know? Because I genuinely feel like if I like someone, right, and I've been around them for maybe like a month or two, and someone tells me something about them, I already know them a certain way. So even though they're dirty macking, they're not going to make me see them anyway that I already don't see them. So what's the worst thing somebody can tell you, that girl you like, that you be like, oh, fuck.
Before I answer that, I want to clarify something also. I don't think it's dirty macking if if a girl tells me something, right, and one of my homeboys is trying to do something with her. I don't think it's dirty macking if I tell him something that's the truth, but it could be.
Okay.
But it could be like a girl. Let's say a girl's like, "Hey, I had an STD," and
Now,
then
what if they had an STD?
I think that he deserves to know that, because then what's the alternative is if this is my friend, like if me and you, if there was some girl that liked you, right, and I knew something about her, the girl had an STD.
Had or
That-
currently has.
had.
That's the difference.
Had, but
And that's
had
what
one
I'm asking,
recently.
because had and has is different. Because if she had it,
And it's
But
ignorance
recently.
is bliss, right? I honestly
Right.
wouldn't want to know like a shorty that I really like, unless I ask later down the line, or we just like playing some game, and I'm like, let's tell each other things we never. Honestly, because remember I love to say ignorance is bliss. I honestly wouldn't want to know what STD she's had. If she's got it cleared, I don't give a damn.
But but if you my boy, you don't think that's kind of wild if I knew that and I didn't tell you that and you went into that? Because the thing is, you can make a decision. It's not like I'm telling you this so you don't do it. It's like, hey, I'm just letting you know.
Man, ignorance is
Well,
kind of
that's her
bliss.
business to tell, I feel.
Yeah, the ignorance is kind of bliss.
But see,
Y'all tripping.
man. But you said
You want to know if I knew a chick had something you was talking to her, but hey, dog, just let you know.
But she had it
Right.
previously. Like, okay,
It don't matter.
I'm trying to think. We're 30 now, right? So
I don't want to shoot craps with my dick.
we're 30. So let's say that someone's like, "Hey,
Had
Meach."
chlamydia when she was 18.
Yes,
There we go.
that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, no. I'm talking about. That's why I said recently.
No,
Okay.
recently.
But still,
yeah.
if it's
If
cleared
something
up,
that's
you know,
past
2
rate,
months
yeah.
Even
ago,
then, like, let's say,
Cleared up.
okay, let's say,
These guys.
no, y'all all got. I'm sure all three of y'all got some past boys that are trash, right? Like y'all got one you can name like,
It was like we all got what?
like
Yeah,
one,
I didn't know anything
one-
about that either. I was like,
one trash ex-boy, right? So like, let's say that some, like every girl, like let's say that first trash guy it just happened to be one that had given her something, and it was like a year ago, and now you've met her, and someone tells you, "Hey fam, I just want to let you know, when I had first met her, so and so gave her this, that, and the third, and she's clear now." You still want to know in a year's time?
I would like to know, period. Yeah, I would. Because then it's my decision if I want to go forward with that. But see, I would feel a way if, let's put that situation back on, a girl who you knew had an STD previously, right? And let's say you didn't tell me. Now, if I went and had sex with her and I had STD, I would feel away a little bit at you. Like, why didn't you tell me?
Okay, makes sense.
But if you told me that and I still wouldn't have did it, I can't be mad at nobody but myself. My nigga told me, my boy told me that. I'm trying. That's my New Year's resolution. My boy told me.
We only had 3 tonight.
Yeah, I know. So far, we need a Negro.
We only had 3 tonight.
My boy told me that this.
Let's put that at the bottom.
A nigga episode.
Inward counter. God dang.
But yeah, like if you told me, then I had nobody to be mad at but myself. But if I don't have the proper information, it's like me taking a test and I ain't have all the notes prepared.
I mean, I feel you. I mean, we can argue about it all
dirty
day.
mackin goes out the window when it's STDs.
It goes out the window if it's something that's true. It's kind of like defamation. It's only defamation if it's a false statement.
So dirty macking is just hate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
I would say so.
With that being said, dirty macking could be a true statement. It just probably was something you just didn't need to know.
I agree
I
with
did
that.
say earlier that it wasn't their business to tell.
Yeah.
That's right in line with that STD thing. That's not your business to tell.
Yeah.
So,
So,
that means that means you can dirty
Your
macking.
stance, that's because you're saying you just want to know. Just because you want to know doesn't mean you need to.
Like, see his reaction.
I definitely
This
need to know.
motherfucker been dirty macking.
Two different things.
Nah, I need to know if you got this.
David trying to find a
His
response because he been dirty macking you.
I never dirty max. I
Hey,
mean, I have had a
I just
situation.
want to let you know
that
that
situation.
I heard that
that situation that we just did. I have had that where like homie was about to trying to mess with a girl. And I'm like, I'm just letting you know. But it was laid out just like that. I'm just letting you know she had this. If you want to do your thing, but I'm just telling you so you
Did
can
he do his thing?
No.
See, but he would have if you didn't tell him nothing.
And then what would happen if he would have got burned? Then
But if it's a had, if it's past tense, then how would you know if he got
We can play
burned?
what ifs all day. Now I'm gonna go find this young lady because I know
you
she's
don't
clean.
No,
I'm
you don't
gonna
find good Christian young
find
lady.
you.
It's my life mission.
Are you gonna check yourself, or like, what's the point of finding?
I'm gonna go to the hospital. Actually, I won't touch her because I'm a virgin. So,
I'm sorry. What was your question?
If it's had, then why would it matter if he did it anyways?
If it's like past
if it's
tense,
had in past tense, even if it's like a month ago, 3 weeks ago, been cleared by your doctor.
it wouldn't matter. But it's up to him. That's what I'm saying. Like it's up to him. If you want to take that risk,
that's the thing where it comes as ignorance is bliss, bro. Because do you not think that you've had sex with someone that hasn't had an STD?
I
just
am
never
pretty
showed
sure
you?
I have.
Yeah, so
I'm pretty sure we all have. If I'm being honest, but
And
it's just
actually,
saying-
men that like hold on to, I think it's like what, chlamydia for like months at a time before they actually like show symptoms. So the woman can get it 9 months after her and her guy broke up, not knowing how she got it, and it was from the guy the whole time.
I've heard stories.
Very true.
But the fact is, if she has it, I don't want my partner just going into that blind or had
Like I
it
said, has and had is
or
had.
had it.
You're right. If we
I'm
could-
helping the dudes out. I'm like, what?
I hear you, but I was just saying.
Go boys.
Honestly, just because of how we are as a people, we're gonna tell our friends regardless. But if we're speaking to like,
What we got next?
if it's not your business, it's not your business. That's really what it is. If we're being honest with ourselves, if it's our friends and we know something, we gonna tell them regardless.
Yeah.
And to answer your question, something that somebody could tell me, and I'm like, oh fuck no, if a girl had a train ran on her.
That's crazy that you say that. You can't be
Chew.
You can't be so judgmental because
Have you ever been an engineer?
yes, that's what I'm saying.
No.
If you ever had a train ran on you, what if a girl says that? Hold on, I meant like. So we was talking about this the other day. I forgot where I was at. They were saying if it's 2 girls and 1 guy and they constructed it, is it technically them had to ran a train on you? Because men like to be dominant and everything. I just led this. What if these girls are like, yeah, girl, we finna go tag team this motherfucker? Like that means they ran a train on you.
That's crazy.
So what if that?
That's called a threesome. No.
Yeah, it's called a threesome.
So you're saying that if
I always gotta get in this bag. Why am I in the train? I find myself every 2 weeks in the train versus threesome debate. I don't understand. Right. Let's get into it. Come on, let's do it.
So
let's do it.
2 girls, you find out a girl you've been talking to for 6 months.
We're done. I find out you don't have to choo-choo. I'm out. You got it.
Okay, it was 2 girls and 1 guy.
We're out.
Even still 2 girls and 1 guy?
Yeah, because I wasn't the guy.
That's crazy.
No, that's a little different.
Two guys and one girl. I'm gonna still tell her like I don't know.
If I'm being realistic, I'm cool with 2 girls, 1 guy.
Why do you think that you run into a nut?
No, I don't expect that. I don't expect that at all. But it's you know what? I don't realize how fucking nasty people are until the older I get.
So that's why when I told you I know how my daughter's gonna be, you was like, "That's crazy."
No, you set her up for failure. You were like, "I know my daughter's gonna." I'm not gonna repeat it. You were like, "I know my daughter's gonna be loose." I'm like, "Me." What the fuck kind of shit is that?
I didn't say loose.
You said worse.
I just know that if my daughter's anything like her mama and like her daddy, I'm gonna have to tell her early, baby. You better just use protection. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
You mean as a virgin?
As a virgin.
Keep up with
You know what I'm saying?
But if I was told, girl got the choo-choo, I'm out.
That's just crazy. I can't believe you.
You're fine with your girl having a train ran on her?
No, I'm not. See, this is crazy that you're saying that like I'm out here saying like that's the first question I ask. How you doing? What's your name?
No, but I'm just
What's your favorite
asking.
color? You had a train ran on you?
No, I'm not saying that's how you jump out the window. No, jump off the porch with that. That's not like the third text you sent. I'm just saying if you find that out.
No, because I can't bro. I just feel like, okay, because we were talking about like equality and everything the other day, right? And I like to use the golden rule. And I feel like people like a lot of times use rules that they don't apply to themselves, right? So what if you told some female that and at the same time she told you like, oh, if you've been with 2 women, you out. And it's the love of your life. You can be like, babe. So that it's that's like a crazy judgment because we've all lived like wild, crazy college life. You don't know if it's some bad shorty rented some NBA player. No, I don't know who it was. Hell no, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's not the all in all. Like if she tell me like, babe, I done did some things you don't want to know. I'm like, all right, cool.
Well, let's have a real talk then, me and you, real quick.
Oh yeah.
Do you think sex is equal? Do you think it's the same when a man has sex with a woman versus a woman having sex with a man? Do you think both parties receive at the same?
That's a setup question that I'm not going to answer.
No, we got to dissect it all. We're going to dissect it. Let's dissect it all.
That's a setup. He trying to set me up.
No, I'm just asking the question.
You can't ask me that because you know what I'm going to say. I'm a man. Okay. Y'all girls. Wait.
No.
I'm not answering that.
I want you to answer it, bro. Is it equal? You don't have to get into specific yes or no. Is it equal? Do you think it's equal?
No, I don't think it's equal. Okay. I don't think it's equal because I feel like men will just fuck anything that moves, but girls like have emotional, like I think they have emotional sex, like ties to guys they have sex to, where men will fuck a hole in the wall. Yes, I'm listening. Yes,
I
ma'am.
can have unattached sex.
I know 2 girls who
There you go. I'm wrong then. So then,
sometimes we just want to get a nut off too.
so then and then hearing that, then I guess it's got to be equal because I can't say for
That's
the other
one
side.
party who said that. I'm talking about generally.
I actually know a few girls that like talk like boys. They'd be like, yeah, I told him like, yeah, after he got up, like it was in the morning, he was laying there. I'm like, fam, get your shit. Yeah. And I was like, what?
In the morning.
No, like you said 3?
I said laying there in the morning.
Oh no, like at night. Like yeah, like they told him like, get up, get your stuff, and get out. Like how guys like to betray. They'd be like telling girls. Like I've had some girls, but like I told them like, yeah, like hey, you don't gotta cuddle with me. You don't gotta watch no movies. I came here. You came. You know what you came here for. Get out. So I would like to say it's equal, but I can't speak for women, so I don't know. I mean, like I just said, I just literally in the case by case. And I literally just learned something right now. What do you think it's equal?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I knew this was.
I mean, we gotta be real. Like I feel like men, like you said, a man could see something. A man could be horny. Not saying girls don't get horny. Girls do it too, but I think a man's more capable of being horny and seeing a fat ass, some titties, his preference of being like, oh, I want to have sex with her.
Do y'all have anybody that y'all had sex with? You have like you don't even care that they exist anymore?
Definitely. Absolutely.
Well, then I guess it's equal then.
20%.
How is it not?
Okay.
You're only saying that because you're thinking of. I feel like you're thinking of it in the sense of a girl you care about.
Because you said care anymore. I'm talking about in that moment. We can have sex with a girl, and the next day it's like, all right, I'm out. That happened. That's cool. I'm going on about my life.
The girl said though that they can do the same thing.
Yeah, but that's not my debate with that. Is that's not the norm. I feel like women don't take this wrong.
It's
I feel
not
like
the norm because we haven't heard about it.
no,
I know
I've heard about it, but I see you see it. Women are more
Well, I feel
emotional.
like a lot of things people don't want to speak on to being the norm because they're afraid that they're going to be taboo. There's probably
That's
a
true.
lot of girls that just like to fuck.
That's
but
true.
they can't necessarily just say it because people are like, oh, she's a whore. Because you notice as we get older, there's no such things as whores and sluts. It was only when we was in high school when dudes couldn't hit, he's like, oh, she's a whore. You wouldn't call a girl a whore that you was sleeping with. Like somebody be like, oh, she a whore. Like, no, she not. Because they was sleeping with her. You know what I'm saying? So,
Don't talk about her.
yeah, she, honestly, bro, she a really good person. You know what I'm
real
saying?
cool.
So, I guess I feel like there might be a lot of girls that get down like that, but it's just, you can't, as a woman, you
We
can't
don't care
say
to talk
that.
about it.
That's not my debate. I get
Y'all
you.
care to talk about it. We don't care to talk about it.
Ooh. It's that fucking male ego.
Some yes.
I also think, like, society-wise,
Yeah.
sex has always been tailored towards men, and for like the woman just sitting there ready for the man to have whatever it is. And I think it's not until recently that there's like been like an awakening within like the female, sexuality and intimacy.
Mhm.
I think there are things that are tied to intimacy sometimes. So if you're like having consistent sex with someone, sometimes you need more than just like, wow, your ass looks good today to get you to that point. But I think women are just as sexual as men mentally and physically. It just depends on situations, and I think a lot of time it's like pushed down. It's taboo. It's frowned upon. You're a whore because you like sex.
So, so maybe it is.
If a woman can, what if? Okay, so you said you don't like that, or you wouldn't be with someone if they ran train on them.
Mm-hmm.
What if they wanted that?
That's good for them.
But then she'd be a whore for it. But then what if you, and that was an aspiration for you,
Y'all hear
if
that?
they really wanted to
Y'all hear
do
that
it.
backhand ass comment or that backhand ass response? Oh, thank you, Sarah. That's good for them.
No, that's not It's good for them.
Good for them.
I'm not saying don't go
Like,
have
what if-
sex.
what
Okay,
if
listen.
you
Let me ask,
want
like
that?
Sarah's saying, I'm agree with you, Sarah. Like, do you think you want your girl to be a freak, or you want her? You ran into a mirror and then you want to turn her out?
Well, I'll take it over.
Okay, so she's a freak. Like, she freaky. David, don't you think eventually she'd have been like,
She did a thing, but this is my thing. How did you do your thing? She might have had a boyfriend for 6 years, and they were just getting it in.
and maybe even she convinced that boyfriend
But
to
like,
get
how
another
can you look
motherfucker.
down on her if you want
I don't
to
look
do
down
the
on
same things? I will never be with this person because she's done X, Y, and Z. But I had the same aspirations and I want to do it, but it's different because I'm a guy, I'm a sexual person.
Y'all still care about
But
body
women
count?
cannot do it
No,
because,
No.
because she's a whore.
Because y'all gonna lie about body count anyway.
No, it's not the
Let's
thing.
talk about body count too.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
we are
lie
too.
about it. I just don't care about it because what's not ignorance is bliss, right? So like okay, like you said,
Give it
this
time,
this
please.
this is my thing. I might have to like right here, wow.
On the neck?
Yeah, I might
Oh,
right here. So
come on,
somebody say
J.R.
something
Smith, let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
But okay, what I was trying to get at, like when you were saying it's equal. If you don't mind, you always say I'm gonna be transparent. So okay, answer the question.
I'm gonna be what?
I'm gonna be transparent.
Yeah,
So
that's my
have you had a threesome?
No.
Okay, there you go. So you can't be mad at a woman for not having one that you had having one. Because I was about to say, if you say that that's your all in all and you've done it, that's not fair.
No, but let me sound like a misogynist for a while, which I'm not.
Oh,
But
boy.
I love these conversations.
We gonna get there.
I just want to put my foot down. If I had a threesome, that's my whole debate. I don't think it's the equal as a woman having a train.
How not?
Because, like I said, I think men and women view sex differently. A man could be, nigga, you can be bored and you can say I'm horny and you might text 5 girls on your phone and be like, I want to get it in.
Bro, this is the thing I found out just recently. This is what blew my mind. I tweeted this the other day. I said when I found out how horny women are as much as men is, it hurt my feelings because that means that all the women that God damn it. All the women that I've ever tried to play Monopoly with is just as horny as me, but they don't want nothing to do with me.
I think they're
women are just as
hornier, but at the same time, I think a man might dive in a woman's DMs for the first time and be like on some horny man shit, nasty man shit.
They can't. It's just frowned upon. Women, I think women. Y'all got post-nut clarity too. You know what that is?
What is that? What exactly is that?
Come on, man.
No, I'm dead serious. I don't know what it is.
All right, guys, excuse me. What is
Y'all
it?
hit up whoever.
Viewer discretion advised. Post nut clarity. If one was to pleasure himself after he nuts, he's like, oh, I'm not taking none of them back. Like he's like, I was just horny, man. Like,
Why did I do this?
Any kind of clarification after.
So post nut clarity. So you might have been horny.
Does it have
like,
to be negative like that? Like just like
it's not negative. You just post nut clarity. You're just like you ain't never wanted to hang out with someone and then did what you had to do and then like, I don't want to hang out with them.
Yeah,
that's post nut clarity. Women get that too. So basically what I'm arguing at you is that you sound a little misogynist.
That's fine. I die on my heels.
But like they think about sex just like we do.
I don't
get horny just as much as we do. It's just frowned upon if they move like we do because men don't want them to move.
Societal
like
and cultural.
Yeah, they don't.
But I think do y'all disagree with this? Then I think that women are way more disciplined sexually than us.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, because men are fucking easy.
But
that's definitely.
That's why you know how easy.
But that's why I say it's not the same. It's not equal.
It's 6,000 pounds.
There's a reason. There's a subconscious reason why y'all are more disciplined than us. If we're being real.
It's because it goes back years and years and years.
It was seen as like an issue.
I'm talking about now. Y'all always want to. No. Let's talk about
Yeah, it's systemic.
They still got countries where they gotta cover their hair up. They're like, bro, it's gonna be a long time coming.
Yeah.
And like if a girl's gonna slide in your DMs, it might be cool at first, but if it's like a lot, then you're like, damn, like these girls are a little aggressive with it.
And then it's not even how you feel. That's just like what you're used to.
And the other night at your podcast, shout out to Cold Coffee Show, the Cold Coffee Show. It's my favorite button. But yeah, just like you said the other night, remember I forgot who it was, and we was like, oh, do you want girls to DM you first? And some of the dudes in there was like, hell no, that shit, I don't know no girl hit me first.
Tripping.
Remember? That's what I'm saying.
And I literally said tripping.
So it goes back into that too. It's just
we have to like all of your photos.
Why do y'all do that? That's such trash. Hey, y'all are trash at flirt. That's so bad flirting. Why is it like?
How would you like a woman to approach you where you wouldn't be turned off?
DM me. Just tell me. Like that's like, you know what? I might be the weirdo. When I'm out at the bar and like a girl staring at me, like staring through my soul, that turns me the fuck off. Cause I'm like at that point, just come and say something to me.
What about social media? Then we don't have to rotate. I feel like I'm in.
That thing needs to come up front.
There's no way
to the front of the.
There's no way it's this high. I know it's 19 degrees outside, but the heater's on 96 in here. How would you like a girl to approach you on social media? What time we got, by the way?
We're in 40. I'd be 45 minutes.
Fast 45 minutes. Right?
It's a great conversation. It's a great conversation.
Yeah, I'll be hella talking.
Yeah. You over there asleep, right? How would you like a girl to hit you on social media?
I mean, it don't gotta be orchestrated, just respectful.
Like,
I think you're attractive.
Camille says like all your pictures and hope for the best. So what do you like? What would be like for you if it was a good looking girl? Like, what catch your attention? One picture, a like, a DM. What would, like in a perfect world?
You send a message, like just
a
hello, like
as I'm saying,
it could be a hello.
Does she send like a joke? Like I'm talking perfect world. Does she send a joke? Does she send something like she's done her research? Does she send like, oh, I've seen your son? Does she say something about football? In a perfect world,
it could be the fact that she just wanted. She had the not nuts, but she had the gall to just reach out.
They're just up in there.
Ovaries.
Same shit.
It's just
ovaries are just balls up in there. You know what I'm saying? Ours are just drops. Same thing. Yeah.
The fact that she had the,
there's some men that got their ovaries up there.
The moxie to reach out to me. That means a lot to me.
So like if they just say hello. See, that's the thing. I don't know how to.
Because I feel like it took a lot for her to do. If a girl reaches out to you first, I feel some girls. Granted, that's just how they are. They're aggressive. They're like, nah, I want that. But if a girl tells me hello, to me that turns me on.
That's why I feel like I don't know how to run game on social media because I feel like you're supposed to say something slick or attention grabber. But like I just feel like I just know how to. I would rather just have conversation. So if you like say like hello to someone, some girls be like, I know they didn't see my DMs. Be like, and that may be because they thought I was ugly. But I'm just saying like that's how I feel you start a conversation. Because if you don't say hello, oh, how are you? How was your day? That's how you start a conversation. Right? You want to talk to somebody where instead of like, I don't know how.
Stand out. You want to stand.
But if a girl likes you, she gonna respond to anything.
That's what I'm saying.
We ain't gonna put 3 ice flakes, snowflakes on the sweetie shit, and that's what started.
So I hear you when you say you want to stand out, but this is my thing, right? Like, if you got to give me the time of day to let me stand out first. So if you give me the time of day, then I'm gonna let you stand. Yo, I know how to love. We talked about this in the first podcast. I know exactly how to love. I'm a fucking lover, but I'm not gonna give it to everybody, right? So I have to see what her reaction is first before I'm like, hello, oh, like, let's go on a date. If she immediately like, what's up, or like dry, then I'm like, okay, then like I don't need to talk to her. But if she's like meeting my energy, like oh. I'm not going to dive that deep. But if she's like meeting my energy and reciprocating text message or emojis or whatnot, then you know what I'm saying, then I can give her that energy. But like if not, then like if they're just dry and I'm not, no.
I feel like women do the choosing at the end of the day.
They do.
Once a woman shows that she's interested, that's when the man.
They're easy as shit.
Yeah,
they're so easy.
The power with them.
Yeah, they said the power of the what?
No, I said the power's with them.
Oh, I thought you said
no.
The power of that thing is the strongest thing on earth. It's stronger than money. Women don't even know. But boy, y'all rule the world.
They know that.
Yeah, y'all know.
They 100%
y'all rule the world, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all know.
Is anything else you want to talk about on that?
I'm done with that, sir.
Okay.
I'm done with that.
Let's talk about trash ass Chili's. But let's not even go there yet. Let's talk about
fuck that.
Because that shit is trash. I can't believe you like that.
Listen, bro. There's a few things I'm not gonna stand for the disrespect. Okay, that's black people, my cat, in Oklahoma Sooners. Go Sooners, don't win. And Chili's, motherfucker. You got me messed up.
Why do you die on the Chili's?
I don't know.
I die on Hills, but not Chili's.
I don't listen. Okay, like I told you earlier, and y'all can contest to this. Chili's has lasted time of all, right? Remember Applebee's, and we're 30, right? So like we're all around the same age, honestly. So like Chili's has been around since Applebee's and Olive Garden, and what else did we name? What else did you name today? You named another one. But Applebee's is going like this.
I agree. Chili's.
Olive Garden is going like this.
No.
And even if Chili's is not going like this, they smooth selling, brother. They're and then you name 54th Street, you name Cheddar's, and those are all new restaurants. And guess who's smooth selling? Chili's, right there. Crispy chicken critters and double French fries, please. Right there, smooth selling.
Yeah, no corn.
What did you like eat there a lot when you were a kid?
No.
Like, do you have a big family?
No.
That place is trash. Like, bro, they have the salmon.
You might as well call me the N-word.
Salmon at Chili's.
Bro,
that's like the best thing on that trash ass menu.
Their lava cake and their
salmon and chicken. Hello, how you doing?
Those fries.
Hey, Chick-fil-A, can I get a
Chili's fries?
Yes.
Darren, hey Chick-fil-A, can I get a double meat?
Oh my God.
A double meat, double cheese, Beyond Beef burger at Chick-fil-A? You're ordering
It's
salmon at
mid,
Chili's.
bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm going to Chick-fil-A before I go to Chili's.
Okay. Personal preference.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And I can get my shit
Two
faster.
different tiers. One's a sit down, top tier.
It doesn't
restaurant.
matter. That's what I'm telling you. One's a
drive-through,
fast
top tier
food restaurant, and I 100%
A
will go to
Chili's
before I go to
margarita,
Chili's.
though?
So even if you have okay, so the margarita is so good that it gives like what out of 10?
It gives drunk out of 10. Who gives a fuck?
Okay, so drunk means 10. So that means everything.
Drunk means 10?
No, wait.
No, it doesn't?
Yes, it does. Drunk means 10 out of 10. So everything after that, if they bring out some chicken
When
crispy
we were
critters.
younger, like that was it.
Thank you. It's certain shit that they like to forget where he
Doesn't
came
mean that
from.
it's-
Okay,
No, I
let me
don't.
recant. I used to love Chili's, but I outgrew it.
You
I
grew
am
up.
better than
You grew
Chili's
up. You
now.
became
You
a better
niggas,
man.
God,
That's what.
Yeah,
You became a better man.
number
That's what
6.
it is.
You motherfuckers is forgetting where you came from. You know why? Because you know what else used to smack for $5.99? Little Caesars hot and bread.
No, I still fuck with Caesars. Still fuck with Little Caesars.
How do you still fuck with Caesar?
Till this day, because one is actually
you something.
good and one is so trash that I don't care for it.
Let me tell you something.
You ordered salmon at Chili's.
Because it's the only good
Let me
thing on
tell
the
you something.
menu. The place sucks.
When I go to jail for murder, and I'm on death row and they ask me what my last
You know
meal
what I'm saying?
is,
Give me some
I'm gonna
chicken
say
tenders.
chicken crispers from Chili's and double French fries, no corn, Camille. No corn.
is nasty.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna tell her, bring me a margarita too. Might as well be drunk while y'all get in the electric chair. Might as well go out with a
They don't eat
bang.
the electric chair anymore.
Oh,
I know.
they
You
do.
know that
They
you
do.
can look up people's last meal? I did that once.
I have.
Oh, because the guy he orders
Yeah.
all that shit. He
No,
eat
because
it,
one
right?
man asked for a child.
Oh, did he?
Yes, one man was like, yes, bring me a healing. I'm like, come on, dog. Cook him.
I thought it was old boy
They bring
ordered
you
like a
whatever you
bunch of
want.
shit and he
The
just
list
didn't eat it. That's what I read. That's why they stopped doing it.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask for the furthest shit that they can find. I'm trying to prolong my death as long as possible. I want
Real Chinese.
I want a sea bass from New Zealand.
They gotta look at you like, motherfucker.
6.3 pounds.
One of the guards gonna sneak in and kill you overnight. I'm trying to do
Listen,
that.
I'm gonna ask for. I want a New Zealand. I want a Iceland.
Iceland.
Oh, actually, Iceland slippery dick. That's a fish, by the way. Look it up. There's a slippery dick, and it's a fish. I drop a fact every day on my notes, and it's called one.
Have you tasted this?
No.
Then why do you want that as your last meal? A slippery dick.
That was you see, that was a trick question.
No, I'm just asking you. You said you want this for a last meal.
Have you had a slippery dick?
I have not had anything.
Trying to ask me how I
on a dick.
taste. You trying to ask me how I taste slippery dick? And we support all communities, LGBTQ
Yes, we do.
as well.
Yes,
but I
we
have
do.
never had
Big
the
allies,
fish.
wow.
I've never had the fish slippery dick or the
Oh, I was
slippery
gonna say,
dick.
what happened?
I ain't never had neither.
The name of this episode gonna be Slippery Dick.
No. Hey, yeah, for real talk.
Slippery dick and chili.
Slippery dick and shit. I can't believe you. Man, yeah, bro, because you was my dog until this morning when we really started talking about chili. I've been knowing you since I've been like 12 years old, and you really hurt my feelings today.
You a op for liking chilies. That shit is, bro.
You wipe my tears because I was
swear.
fucking crying.
That shit is trash.
That's crazy that you feel that. This is sitting into me, dog. Like, don't talk to me.
Top 3 sit-down restaurants that is like the same tier of chili.
Chili's, and motherfucking Chili's. Are you
Guideline.
crazy?
Give me other ones.
Hold on, y'all want to see? Do I give another shout out to my daughter? Because she just came up here. We've been missing her for an hour. I don't know where she at.
She's right there. Over here.
Legolas.
I'm just joking.
Shout out to Lord of the Rings and Chili's. Please sponsor us, Chili's. I'll come there
They're not
every
going
day.
to after they hear my opinion on them.
The cream doesn't matter. The Meaches and half of the end matters, okay? Chili's, I will be there every day, Monday through Sunday, eating those chicken crispers,
Oh my god.
those chicken critters, and French fries.
I thought you had a real child.
No,
That one.
that's why I don't have kids, actually, because if I did, I can't. I was telling him the other day I have a cat because I can't leave my kids in the room with food and water.
I'm hurt and I feel betrayed.
I'm sorry.
I can't
Earlier, I was like,
How important is social media appearance?
So we were talking about this earlier, guys, and I would like all of your guys chime in because what I had told David is that I have a real hard time with who I appear as on social media because I try to be Meach, like just like the funny guy or like the loving guy, but I see other people portray someone that they're not, and I'm like, oh, that's fake, right? And then I forgot who it was that told me, they were like, but that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to put on social media this, false life. So what do you guys think, and David as well? Because I thought like when y'all see me tweet something, that's who I am. Like I'm not like when I was tweeting about Chili's today. I was tweeting like it's cold at night. I'm sleeping with a fan every night. You know what I'm saying? So I tweet stuff like that. But I see people tweet like I got the bag, and these are the same people that's been like, hey, can I get some money? I'm like.
Those are song lyrics.
Yeah, I'm like, he don't got the bag at all.
I think it can get very dangerous once you get into
Dirty mackin.
Yeah, that's dirty mackin.
Listen, like we said on the first episode, if the shoe fits weird, if you broke, you broke. Listen, there has been times I have lived paycheck to paycheck. I have just been blessed to work hard and be able to live paycheck to the other paycheck.
But you know what? That's a
you know what I'm saying? Every other paycheck.
but that's also a security thing. I think somebody who's secure within themselves and know what they bring to the table ain't gonna mind being like that. Somebody who's insecure and feel like they have to overcompensate somewhere in order to get something else. I feel
like on social media.
Like a dirty macker.
Yeah.
So like, what y'all think? Y'all think it's okay to portray? Do you think people should put only when they're going out and going around celebrities and taking trips? Should they put that on social media, or should they put, if they're gonna use social media, put everything on social media?
I feel like
I think naturally it's like human nature to like put off your best self to everybody.
Like
to always be like, I'm always
moments.
100%, I'm always good, I'm happy, I'm successful, I'm X, Y, and Z, because it's natural to like want to have that like persona about yourself, I guess. But I don't use social media enough. I only use it to scroll, so I can't speak on what I use
need to
it
get
for.
off of it.
I feel like
I
people
just
should
scroll.
put whatever the fuck they want to.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, that's the personality and the persona that you want to portray to people. That you could be fake in person, so it doesn't matter. You can be fake on the internet, fake in person.
I don't care about none of that shit.
Yeah, because I was about to
That
say
shit all
yeah,
fake. Everything is
I don't
fake.
remember. I remember
Camille,
last
you
night I
asked what
posted
you think.
pictures. So.
I agree. I know a lot of people who are portraying someone else on social media.
So I guess I guess we can all come to a conclusion that do what makes you happy, right? Because if we all kind of mind our business,
Don't be mad if I call you a liar.
well, thank you. I agree. Yeah, 'Cause I'll definitely dish you. I'll definitely dish you. I don't mind putting a quote tweet, and if any of y'all listen this far, I'll quote tweet to share out you and say dish you, because then somebody be like, I get the bag. I'm like, wait a minute.
What's the dangers of this though? That's what I'm thinking. What are the dangers of somebody?
Man,
believe
well,
that
the
shit.
only dangers of this is for you guys, ladies, is because men portray someone they're not for y'all. Because y'all, other than maybe someone that maybe doesn't look like they look, they try to put another picture so to attract people.
Mm-hmm.
But for ladies, it's more dangerous for you guys because men will claim that they act like they have money or that they're out in these streets or they're out doing whatever to attract a lady, and then they get with them and have sex with them or sleep with them or date them or allow them in their space, and they end up being a creeper or a stalker, or they put their hands on women, or they're a drug dealer or drug user. So it's more unsafe for y'all than anything is for us.
I honestly think it's the same because females be crazy too.
Yeah, and I think it also can go back to just like self-confidence, even in men and women. So when you see everyone having like their perfect reel of their life, and you're like, why is my life not like that? What am I not doing right? But it goes up for both sexes.
And that's why I really want to do this podcast as well, so people can see the people that they have a quote unquote certain vision of, that they're human, right? Like I know like every person we have on here that we interview, I'm going to ask them some wild ass shit. I'm even interview David one day where they're like, oh man, I didn't know like he went through that. You know what I'm saying? So they can understand that at the end of the day, yeah, we all might portray a certain person on social media, but we all going through the same shit, like the same depression or happiness or sadness at the end of the day. So we're humans trying to figure this shit out, it is.
The reason I ask it because I'm more so concerned. It's the old saying, perception is reality. I think the more and more we get engulfed in social media, I think that's starting to become very true. Like
Social media is the fucking devil.
Well, when I say it too, it's also like at what point does perception? Usually, perception could get intercepted, but I think as time has gone on throughout my 31 years, I've seen time going on. Like that line is getting thinner and thinner and thinner between perception and reality. Like we have this whole metaverse thing coming.
Well,
like it's about to get to the point where motherfuckers got jobs.
Well, that's because people believe who they are on social media.
That's dangerous, though.
Yeah, if you start tweeting so much, you start to believe that shit. Like if I start, granted, I do tweet happy handsome each Monday, but I am handsome every Monday. So I do believe that, and that's a fact. But if people start tweeting crazy, they're gonna start believing that shit. So it is very dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. But it can also, bro, it's like a thin line. It's like both. I can play devil's advocate, because what about someone who's mentally not doing good and they're tweeting or vlogging just to make themselves feel better? And they're
is
like,
that the mental answer?
if you can convince yourself how to get out of a fucking drought, whatever the answer is the answer. However you figure it out.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Oh, bullshit.
If drugs is your answer to get out
I
of the
didn't say drugs.
No, but you said if you, whatever answer is the answer, so I'm saying if drugs is the answer.
Touche.
I don't know if that's a healthy answer.
It depends what you call drugs, because there's some people that won't. It's all opinion. Because that word drugs, then we can dive deep into what that
if a heroin addict is doing heroin, that's not healthy.
So heroin isn't healthy for your body, but there's also other drugs, and we can dive into this. And don't you take this out, and I'm not saying that I've ever done this, but there is shrooms is considered a drug, okay? And shrooms is the only drug that repairs human brain cells, but it is classified as a drug technically.
But I'm not talking about something that's harmful. I mean, that's helpful. But what? Hold on.
You can't convince somebody like my dad. I know you're gonna see his dad. That shrooms is not a fucking drug.
Well, but
so
no.
that you can't get, because on paper and everywhere else it says it's harmful. But until someone actually has dived into it, or even the scientific notion behind it, it's not a drug.
I'm talking about something that's absolutely unhealthy for you. That's all.
Okay.
I'm not trying to get into specifics of shrooms or whatever. If that's your escape, I don't think that's the right escape. Is what I'm saying.
What if there's a healthy amount of heroin?
Yeah.
Like, you said, I've been saying.
Yeah. What if you found out that? So, like, I hear you, and I know what you're saying. But what I'm trying to say is that, like, if you're doing anything to better yourself, but it's not harming anyone else, I guess, like, I don't mind you doing what you have to do.
But what if it's harming you? That's my question. Is it really healthy if it's harming you? You might have this temporary high, this temporary nirvana where you feeling great, but if this is long-lasting effects that can fuck you up.
So what are we talking about when we say that, though? Like, are we talking about, per se, shrooms or, like, something hard drugs?
I'm talking about anything that's just harmful. I don't know the details of drugs, but I'm just saying if something is harmful. I'm not into illegal and legal. I'm into helpful, harmful. If something is harmful, but you know it's going to give you temporary satisfaction, is that really the right solution to your problem?
No, not at all. Because it's just temporary.
So that's my question then.
No, it's just temporary. You're just doing a temporary fix. That's like people just getting high to get high because they're escaping something.
Right. Because I feel like at the end of the day, you got to wake up and you still have the same fuck problems. I posed a very interesting question on my Instagram the other day. I said, how do y'all deal with your frustration?
I didn't see that. I got you blocked. You said what now? What was it?
How do people deal with their frustration? And I got an interesting answer. A lady told me that she takes a nap. And I responded, I said, that's interesting because you're going to wake up and you're still going to have the same.
No, that's not a good.
Not true.
That's not a good solution.
Upset, I will take a nap and I will wake up feeling refreshed and I'll be in the best mood ever.
See, and that's
but the issue hasn't
that
gone
you say
away.
that.
It doesn't matter. I'm at peace now.
So let me tell you something. I agree with you with that, but the only reason I take a nap when I'm so mad is because I'm so fucking mad that I'm like, I was like to be sitting in a chair. So I hear you, but like David said, when I wake up, even though I feel refreshing, 20 to 30 minutes later, I'm like, I'm still mad because I know what made me mad.
We're kids.
You have an older cat?
Shout out to Legolas over there having a blast.
She said,
She having a blast over there, dog.